What's up, everybody? Welcome out. You know what we're here to do. We're here to analyze draft impact. We got a great weekend of college football ahead of us. A lot of games that we could get into, but we're going to focus in on a couple, and then we're going to jump into our draft impact game of the week. Now, this weekend, things kick off a little early for us because we're going to jump into a game that's going on Friday night out west. Pac-12, couple of unbeatens. We're talking about the Washington Huskies versus the UCLA Bruins. Now, this game, the player that I want you to watch is going to be the UCLA running back, Zach Charbonnet. Now, Zach is a transfer from the University of Michigan, but he's been in the Bruin facility for a couple of seasons now. He is going to have a huge game in order for the Bruins to pull off this upset. We all know that they got to win the turnover game, but more importantly, also going to have to win the time of possession. They got to keep Penix off the field because the Washington Huskies are putting up points in bunches. Now, if Zach can have the huge game, the top end of the running back class is kind of solidified to a degree. However, Zach does have an opportunity to put himself in position to be the number 5 running back or somewhere in that vicinity by the time the season's all said and done, and a huge game here will go a long way in accomplishing that for him. Now, the next game that we're going to jump into, we're heading back over to the East Coast. We're headed to the ACC. And no, as much as I would love to talk about Florida State, we're not going to do it. Not today. Today is not the day. We're going to actually talk about the Clemson Tigers versus the NC State Wolfpack. And the player that we're going to be watching this week, DJ Uwe. Now, I know I got the name right because I watched Dabo say it, and I practiced. I practiced hard, and practice makes perfect. So that was perfect. Here on out, DJU. Now, here's the thing for DJU. DJU has an opportunity to build off of last week, which, in my opinion, people kind of overrated the performance. The 5 touchdowns looked great, but it wasn't as great a performance as people tried to make it seem. However, if he can continue to build off of that, there is no doubt in my mind with his size, with the profile he came out with in high school, being able to build off of what he did when he was Trevor's backup when Trevor Lawrence missed games that freshman year. If he can start taking more steps towards that DJU, then there's no doubt in my mind he can have a huge impact on his draft this week as they battle a top 10 opponent with NC State. So there's a lot on the line. It's going to be a heck of a game. I actually feel like NC State's going to pull the upset in this one. But if DJU can truly maintain poise in the pocket, take care of the football, and hit some big shots down the field, and not be afraid to use his legs a little, they could really be in position to see him and his team move heavily up when it comes to this upcoming draft and it comes to college football overall. Now that we got all that out the way, you know what comes next. It's time for our draft impact game of the week. And folks, this week we're heading somewhere special. If you've never had an opportunity to attend a game at this venue, I encourage you. I would dare say even challenge you to make room on the schedule at some point. Add this to the bucket list because it does not get any better. I've been to tons of college stadiums, watched plenty of games. And there's no place as special as the Grove. That's right, folks. We're heading to watch the Kentucky Wildcats, and we're going to watch them take on the Ole Miss Rebels. Now, the player that we're going to be putting our draft impact status on this week, running back Zach Evans. Now, Zach is coming off of a bit of an injury, missed most of the game last week. However, word is he's back for this week, and they're going to need him. The Wildcats, as we know, have a great defense, led by actually an Ole Miss transfer. One of their leading tackles, tied for the leading tackles, is none other than Jaquez Jones. And Jones played last year at Ole Miss, was one of their leaders on the defense. So this is going to be a great opportunity for him. He's going to be fired up to go against his old mates. And then on the other side of him, the other leading tackle, you got DeAndre Square Kentucky is loaded at the LB position. And you know when you got good LBs, you look forward to the matchup between them and the running back. What happens when they meet in the hole? What happens in the passing game? And that's where Zach Evans comes into play. Zach is a dynamic football player, no doubt about it. And honestly, if he has the type of game that he's capable of having this week, he could really start pushing himself to possibly even the number 2, number 3 spot on the running back draft boards. Now, I will be honest with you. The biggest impact for Zach when it comes to the draft is going to be off the field. That's where all the major concerns stem from. That's the reason that he had to start off at TCU and then move over to Ole Miss. So he's got a lot that he's got to prove, but it starts first and foremost by proving it on the field. I look forward to seeing what Zach can do this week. You take a second, check out the game. It's an early morning game on ESPN, so there's going to be all eyes on him. So there you have it, folks. Again, we appreciate you for coming out, sharing just a few moments with us. Enjoy college football this weekend because, like I said, it's going to be a great one. Thank you so much.